Morning, everyone. What the heck are we doing? Well, these old green feed bales that were left over from last year, I guess, and a couple of old hay bales from last year. We're just moving them off out of this area and literally just going on the other side of these bales here, because that's where our bales are getting rode up for tub grinding for this winter, which realistically, here we are, the 8th of August. So, you know, another basically 2.5 months, we could be seeing snow on the ground. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Whoop, whoop. How much fun are we having? Oodles. So for anybody that's kind of new, this is how I row my bales. So each row of bales here, you can see I'm working on row number 4, but those on the end that are stacked up, that's going to be part of the tub grind option also. But anyways, each row is a little bit different. And so we got the first row is triticale, first year alfalfa grass in here, and there's some weeds in it. And then what did I do here? Actually, I got 2 rows of that alfalfa grass weedy type stuff. I got 2 rows of that. Now we're going with the old hay, or old green feed, better yet. Yeah, these bales, these 2 rows, it's alfalfa grass, but it's first year with weeds, and it was rained on a little bit. That's why I put both rows there. The stuff that was not rained on, we stacked for good feed. So as I come into the bales to get a bale, I come in this way and I grab one bale, and then the next bale I grab is totally different. Alright, I got a phone call. Talk to you guys later. Alrighty, so those tire guys that were here yesterday, I think they did a great job on the tractor tires. But they couldn't fix a freaking side-by-side tire. This little bastard's got a slow leak, so I got to put a valve stem in it because they took it off and lost it. And then air it up, and tomorrow I'll see about getting her fixed. Anyway, I'll bring you guys back after. Alrighty guys, after monkeying with the lawnmower and getting the tire and everything back on the side-by-side, checking cows, blah blah blah, long story short, Carson came out for the afternoon here for a couple, 3-4 hours, whatever, and him and I are picking bales. So far from what I can see, Mr. Carson is, this is definitely something he has done once or twice in the past. So he's doing a really good job. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Not actually tell him to watch me for my hand signals as to when I want him to stop or pull ahead or whatever, because the horn in Little Blue here don't friggin' work. So he's yeah, he just watches my hand signals, and If I motion for him to keep going ahead, he keeps going ahead. If I wave at him, well, obviously, you put your hand up in a stop motion, that means stop. So, and he's doing all of that, so that's awesome. So we'll try and get a few of these bales hauled home here today. Anywho, I'll bring you guys back a little bit later. Load number 2. 17 per load. Alrighty, so got all the, this is the last load out of that field, and we gotta stop because Carson and his family are going up to visit other family for the weekend, and they're leaving tonight, and it's 5:15, so we'll get this unloaded and I'll get Carson back home and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Catch you guys later. Damn dog. Damn dog. Huh? Damn dog. Alrighty, guys. I was over here once already. Got the batteries all hooked up. Then took the side-by-side out of here. Then spent the last hour on the phone with 3D Ranch. Hey guys, get over to 3D and say hello to Michael and Sherry. So here we go, crawling up to a Sassy Massey Ferguson 750. And I'm going to be honest, when I was on the phone with Michael, I actually hit the key and by golly, he started. So we'll do it again. Down, throttle, key, clutch. Look at that silver pipe. And she's a running. It's alive! It's alive! So yeah, I had it running from a few minutes there earlier. Charged up the hydraulic system. Got the table lifted up because normally I leave it sit right on the ground for the winter. So we'll put him in gear there. See if it'll move. Here we go. Brake is off, yep. Get this old boy pulled up a little closer to the shop. We are getting the odd spit, but this is a friggin' joke. You know, how can any weather app, because a weather app is basically what we live off of nowadays, they tell us, so Weather Network, AccuWeather, Environment Canada, so all of our American and European, Australian, I don't care where you're from, I'm sure you guys have your weather apps also, but here, Canada, the three that we generally would watch, and there's also Google Weather, there's Environment Canada, there's Weather Network, there's AccuWeather, but all of these guys, three of them anyway, Environment Canada, AccuWeather, and Weather Network, yesterday afternoon, 90% chance we're going to get 20 mils of rain. And we got 1 mil. And it was a barely 1 mil. It's like, for friggin' sakes. I'm being nice here, guys. Like, I'm not friggin' heck, right? We could really use a damn good soaker. Not just a 1/4 of an inch. Like, I'm saying a good 1.5 inches, 2 inches would be really, really nice right now. If I go and cut my friggin' triticale and lay it on the ground and it gets friggin' 6 inches of rain on it and I can't combine it and all sprouts and goes to shit, that wouldn't bother me one bit. I'll just bale it up and we'll put it through the tub grinder. The cows can eat it. But our pastures really need a good rain. The grass might be a little on the green side still, but it's done. It's just sitting there. It's not wanting to do anything. So anyway, enough of my rant. We'll get him pulled up. I know I got one tire that's low, so we got to fill him up and check our hydraulic systems with a little bit more oil, and then pull out the book and figure out how to set this sucker for wheat. So I'm gonna let you guys go. We'll talk to y'all later. Morning, everybody. How you guys doing? So some of you might remember CP and I went and picked up this Grapple, and the only thing I could really find wrong with it when we picked it up was that tine right there. It's got a slight bend in her. But the guy before us had Pioneer ends on here, and he had these ends, which realistically should work there, right? But for the life of me, I can't get these fuckers to plug in there. I don't know what's wrong. The inner piece is moving in and out, but I cannot push them on. That's as far as that goes, right there.
Google.
And it's a Parker flat face. It should fit, but I can't get it to fit. And I want to get to cleaning, piling shit and give this thing a test run, see how it's going to work. Anyway, I'll play with it some more and I'll bring you guys back later. Alrighty, guys, so I took this machine over to our mower over there, and I tried plugging things into each other there, and yeah, I don't know where he got these ends from. He says they came with this machine, but it don't fit my machine. I gotta get different ends. I could just imagine what those flat face ends are worth. I've been told they're quite pricey. I don't know. Guess we'll find out soon enough, right? But anywho, yeah, we gotta get different ends. That's all that's to it. So it's not like I'm out of the woodwork. I can still push Manure up with one of the tractors. So I may just unplug this guy. Well, I could straighten that tine, I guess. It'd be a lot nicer to do it with the Grapple open. the neighbor wants me to do some more brush mowing at her place. I could get that done here on this fine Sunday daytime. We got manure to push. We got brush mowing to do at home and at other people's places. There's lots to do. So I'll figure it out one day at a time, and I'll bring you guys along for the ride as we go. Well, for now, we'll talk to you later. Alrighty guys, how's it going today? It is Monday, August the, I don't know, 9th, 10th, something like that. Somewhere around there. Anywho, yesterday I showed you guys this thing. And how those flat face couplers would not work on my machine. So we ended up going to Weyburn to visit the kids, and on the way down I stopped at the Princess's Autos in Regina, and I grabbed 2 new ones, but not thinking I needed the reducer from 3/4 there to 1/2 inch pipe, and I fucked up. Motherfucker. These have to go back because that needs to be 3/4 male to 1/2 inch female. Some beach. So it's going to be another day of not getting fixed. I need to go do something more productive because this ain't working. God dang it anyways. Anyways, yeah, that's where it's at this point. I did try this, and it plugs right on. It's not an issue, but it's not gonna, that don't work there. So yeah, dang it. So maybe I'll just jump in the tractor, hook to the swather, and go cut my triticale down. That'll be more productive than what I got going on at this point. We'll catch you guys later. Alrighty guys, so I did not go get the parts I need yet because I just didn't. I've been working on that guy. Too many things are broke down around here. And it keeps wanting to do, I was gonna go swath my triticale down, but we keep getting stuff like that right there. This will be the 3rd one. And it's not that it's a lot of rain, it's like next to no rain. But it's enough to make the ground damp, or the crop damp. And I figure no point in me cutting a damp crop if I don't have to. I know we're gonna have lots of dry days this week, like starting tomorrow. So anyway, this machine, it hasn't exactly been working. So it died on CP when she was cutting grass here like a week and a half ago or whatever, 2 weeks, whatever it's been. And we've been trying to figure out what the problem is. And we were thinking, okay, get a coil and wire. So did that. This one was replaced last year in the spring, and the machine's been working great. The one on the other side, I just replaced it. So it's new cap, plug wire and coil. This is all one unit. New plug. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm not a mechanic. But then I noticed when I was monkeying around with it, the filter, which is right here, this filter, it wasn't full. It wasn't getting right full of gas. So I was thinking, well, shit, maybe the damn fuel line collapsed on the inside. So we got a new fuel line. I just got done installing a brand new fuel line. I checked my pump. I leaked a little bit of gas on top here. I should clean that up. Anyway, I checked the pump, make sure there's power going to the pump, and it's good. I got a phone call. I'll let you guys go. Alrighty, guys. Now the test. See if what I did here is going to work. So I got a 3/4 to half NPT reducer. I went back to the city, picked these guys up. Male to female. So now, see if I got it right. And if I'm gonna have any major leaks. And if I got the hoses hooked up right. I might have to take it all apart and reverse the ends. Shouldn't, because I believe it could pressure either. Do that. Do that. She opens and closes. I ain't seeing no leaks. I guess all we got to do is test it out. Sweet. I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Alrighty, guys. Well, I moved some manure here. You can see a little bit of a pile over there. So, and I'm happy with the way it's working. Cuts into the manure pile pretty darn nice. And right here where we're working, there was a brown bale feeder here, so it's kind of quite heavily hard packed, and she's just biting right in with the teeth. But what I don't understand is, okay, I've got it squeezed tight shut. Now when I go to back up, I'm tilted up. See that? I'm backing up and it opens. I don't touch no buttons, it just friggin' opens. I actually gotta hold that button over. Otherwise it'll open and I'll lose half the product. So that's something I might have to talk to Bobcat about. I don't know what's going on there, but it most definitely is working the way I was hoping it would. Even if I was to take the grapple part completely off, just having those tines would make a huge difference. Because with the bucket, it doesn't just cut right in with the straight bucket. So you got to do a lot more work to pile and so on and so forth. Where this bucket, because it's tines and the way they're shaped, I can cut right in. So on that hand, I'm quite happy with the way it's working. Anywho, I'm gonna clean this up, this round bale feeder pack here up a little bit, and then I'm gonna go on to doing something different. We'll talk to you guys later.